The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's gonna high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, good afternoon. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman out here at beautiful St. John's University at the home of the Johnnies at the Sexton Arena for this Section 6AA quarterfinal matchup between your Mora Mustangs and the Spectrum Sting. Again, as I mentioned, Ethan Game Day Gilman. I am joined alongside here by a good friend and a referee for some of these playoff games. We've seen each other a few more times than we would have thought during the playoffs, but Chris Gable has joined me here out at the game. Chris, thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Last weekend and this weekend, if you're a local basketball fan, these Saturdays at St. Ben's last week, St. John's this week, it doesn't get any better than that. These 4 games, come, relax, hang out, and watch some incredible high school basketball. It
has been a ton of fun. There have been a lot of great games, a lot of fantastic teams to watch, a lot of talent to watch across the board in both boys and girls. Girls is now getting ready for states, if you can believe it or not. Their state becomes a thing next week. So as we turn the weekend into the new week, it is ready for girls state basketball action. But we're here for boys playoff action in Section 6AA. Before we get on to too much else, we want to let you know that earlier today, Adam Hefty had the call between the East Central Eagles and the Bram boys over there at Hinckley Finlayson High School in Section 5A East playoffs, and it was Bram coming away with a 70-61 victory. East Central had won the last game over Bram, a over 30-point victory there in that one. They got a little bit of revenge, but Bram comes back with some revenge here in this playoff game today. So Bram will play, looks like on the 12th, which would be on, let's see, Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday game, a rare Wednesday game. So they'll play on Wednesday over in Foley, it looks like. So they've changed the 5A East subsection championship from Hinckley Finlayson to Foley. They wanted a little bit more of a central hub, to a little bit more of a neutral site. Bram, very used to playing in Hinckley. Upsala, who won their game, not so much. They wanted to be a little bit more neutral site, but hopefully. The last time Bram and Upsala played, it was the girls' Section 5AE subsection championship. Bram won that one. Hopefully the boys can do the same, and we'll be talking about another one of our local teams at the section championship. But in our game, it is, again, the Mora boys and Spectrum getting ready to go at it. Already here at St. John's University, it has been Albany who beat Osakis 80-40 after Osakis beat Legacy Christian Academy. And then Holdingford just beat St. Cloud Cathedral 77-68. Chris, you had a chance to watch that game. I had a chance to watch the end of it. That score will not show you how close that game really was. I mean, it came down to some free throws for Holdingford, which they were able to capitalize on, but that was a really close one.
Yeah, it's what you want in a 4 or 5 matchup, right? You want to get things to go back and forth, and for a while it was going back and forth. Cathedral Holdingford throwing threes, knocking down threes, throwing punches at each other, and next thing you know, it's a tie game and it's a close ball game, and then Holdingford was able to make a couple big shots down the stretch.
Yeah, and that was a great game as Holdingford again got the victory. So they'll play Albany, and again, the next round is actually on Wednesday, so they've changed it up a little bit this year. It's usually been Saturday, Wednesday would be the section semifinals, and then Friday the championships. Instead, they're going to go with it to be a Wednesday. So Albany Holdingford will be back here on Wednesday at 6 p.m. We're hoping Mora can get back here as well as they take on the number 7 seeded Spectrum, who beat Kimball 71-62 to get here. Mora got the victory over Royalton 74-64, but if you're a Mora fan, and I was able to catch a little bit of that game update-wise, you look at that one and you might say to yourself, wow, that maybe not as dominant as we would have hoped to have seen it. And sometimes a team can come in thinking that they're going to be able to walk all over a team, get a little bit more of a easier game. Not saying that's what happened, but Royalton played very well in that game to make it only a 10-point loss. Again, loss stings no matter what, but Mora still comes away with the victory. And I got to imagine there's kind of the back and forth of, hey, we won, but hey, we got to play way better.
Yeah, and I'm sure Gracek just said, hey, we have expectations on us, and that first game is over. Let's take a deep breath now. Let's head to St. John's and play basketball the way that we know how to play.
For sure, and Mora, again, the number 2 seed, 26-1 on the year, a 25-1 regular season, the best in program history. They have been winning for a long time. Last year was a little bit of a awkward year in the fact that they weren't in the top 5 of the section, and they were in the middle of the pack, around 500. And this year, I know I was able to talk with Gracek before the season began, and he just was so excited about how this team has grown, how he was so excited to see what they were able to do, having had a year to kind of fall into this new offense that they started last year. Again, a little bit of a different team than we've ever seen from Mora, but they fall into this new offense. They learned it all over the last year, and then some in the offseason. They come out and, well, they're only the highest scoring team in the section. Now, we know in years past, Mora, defense. It's all defense. If they have to go out and win by 3 in a 35-32 game, they're fine with that. These last 2 years, it's been more about the offense, and this year, 83 points per game coming into tonight. But their defense still is pretty darn good. They're coming in as one of the top 3 defenses and only allowing 52 points per game. I've just been so impressed, Chris, at how this team has been able to play both ways. They can slow it down, play that defensive game if they have to, but they can also go out and beat you with their shooting as well.
Yeah, they're very athletic. Brady, Hagerness, they're going to get up and down the floor. Schwartzbauer's another one. They're going to get up and down the floor. They shoot the 3. 1 through 7, 1 through 8, all of them can shoot the 3. And that's what they love to do. They love to drive, penetrate. Brady gets in the lane better than almost anybody I've ever seen. Yeah. He kicks out the people, and they're going to knock down 3s.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of getting their 3 shooting a lot better. Obviously, we know last year, Brady and then Oberfeld were kind of their main guys who were shooting those. The other guys could do it, but it was Oberfeld or Brady who were going to take those 3s. As they've grown throughout last year and getting into some summer workouts and even in the fall, you've seen them continue to get better and better and better. And I think a lot of teams were not expecting, like you mentioned, 1 through 7, 1 through 8, be able to shoot the ball as well as this team has. And, I mean, it's the depth that they're able to work with because, again, anyone could shoot that ball. But I think there's another thing. This team is pretty darn fearless. They're pretty confident. A lot of guys, obviously Oberfeld, their main guy who's going to go inside and play in the dirty areas. But it's not just him. Brady is willing to do it. You got Hagerness who is willing to go inside and do it as well. Evenson he's even going inside and playing in those dirty areas. So I love the fearlessness and the confidence this team has, because a lot of times you'll see guys, they've got the length, but maybe not the size that you'd like to see inside. It doesn't matter for Mora. They're going to go in there and bump bodies with you.
I think what it comes down to is this is a very senior-led team. Mm-hmm. The seniors have kind of set the tone this year. They wanted to make up for last year. They weren't happy with how things went last season, and the seniors kind of took control, set the tone all season long. Oberfeld, Brady, Hagerness. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to play hard. We're going to defend. We're going to push the ball. We're going to score, and that's kind of how they've played all year long. And they've got some big-time goals for the season here.
They really do, and so far so good. But again, they have got to work through and get by Spectrum here tonight. It's going to be an interesting game. I'm ready. But again, Mora did beat them in the regular season finale. Before we take a look at how their seasons played out, we're going to get a commercial break to hear a word from our fine sponsors. Then we'll return to talk about these two teams' seasons before we get to tip-off here from St. John's University at Sexton Arena on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry. Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. The premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com. Back here on Nice 95.5 KBEK at Sexton Arena on the campus of St. John's University here in Collegeville, Minnesota, as we take a look at both these teams coming in here to this game this afternoon, starting with the Spectrum Sting, the 7th seed in the Section 6AA playoffs. They finished the regular season at 19-7. They were 6-3 in the section and 9-1 in their conference. Their 7 losses came to Liberty Classical Academy, then Legacy Christian Academy. Then they went to a tournament during Christmas and played all over at Hamlin, then St. John's and St. Cloud State, but they fell to Blake School, and then they came out of that into the New Year's. They would fall to Hiawatha Collegiate and then to Foley by 5. That was a very good game by Foley. Foley, a 500 team this year, but man, did they play some of the better top 5 teams really close. Spectrum was one of them at the time. And then they would go and get a long winning streak of about 7-8 games before they lost again to Heritage Christian Academy by 2, but then they would lose to Mora in Mora's regular season finale, 90-72, but then they would win their final game of the season, 74-68, and that is how Spectrum finished off the season. But Mora, again, 25-1 during the regular season, 83 points per game, 52 points per game allowed. That is good enough for second in the section, and it would definitely be top 10 in the state for defenses for the Mora Mustangs. But again, 14-0 in section play. Their only loss came during Christmas break when they were up at Pequot Lakes. They got an overtime win over Pequot, but then they lost to, at the time, an undefeated War Road team by 3, and that was it for Mora. They did not lose again. But also looking again at their schedule, they had 3 games in which they scored well over 100 points this year, and to get 1 is impressive. To have 3 is a completely different story.
Yeah, Mora, I give Mora a lot of credit. They changed conferences, but they knew they had a good team, and they wanted to get challenged. So they scheduled non-conference games against a lot of the top teams in the section. Legacy, Royalton. They played a Sauk Center, who we're going to see in the next game, and they beat Sauk by 1 at Sauk. Yeah. So Mora tried to schedule all these section teams to see where they're going to fit, and so I give them some credit for that, for reaching out and trying to play the best teams in the section.
Yeah, they've done a good job of scheduling, and you talk about that Sauk Center game. Man, wow, what a game. They came from behind there at the last possible moment. They were able to get the victory, and that is huge. And this is, again, their conference was pretty darn tough. Bram and East Central were the top 2 teams, but they had a lot of other tough games in there, but they finished the conference season 13-0 as conference champions, as they were able to play East Central in what was their Great River Conference championship game. It was close at halftime. I think it was like a 5-point game at half, and then Mora came out and went on a 25-5 run, which really flipped the script in Mora's favor. But what a game and what a season so far here for the Mora Mustangs. They are hoping it can continue here tonight. Again, they did beat Royalton twice this year, once during the regular season, and then in the first round, 74-64. But again, just so impressive the way this team has continued to grow, continued to play together. And you mentioned the seniors. I mean, there's 6 of them on the roster. Cole Schwartzbauer, Braden Brombach, Gage Brady, Joshua Hagerness, Noah Oberfeld, and Owen Lind. And, you know, even with the guys that come off the bench, Owen Lind being one of them, I've been so impressed with, you know, the guys coming off the bench, and Owen Lind, Owen Perry, you know, Maurer, who's a little bit deeper of a guy, Smart, who comes off the bench. I mean, their bench is so deep this year just with the skill set that they have. There may not be, other than Albany, a deeper bench.
Yeah, they're extremely well coached, and the thing that really stands out is all of these kids know their roles. They know their roles, and they do it very well. You know, you're going to see Brady and Overfeld kind of take control, but you're going to see Evenson, Schwartzbauer, Hagerness. They're going to be ready to shoot when the ball comes their way. There's no doubt about it. And so it really makes it hard for the defending team. You work so hard to stop Brady, to keep Brady out of the lane. Well, next thing you know, he's dishing out for a corner 3 for Hagerness or Evenson, and you thought you played a great series of defense, and you're down 3.
Yeah, this team is so good at what they do. And again, it has come because of this team's dedication to wanting to get better, and they have certainly done that throughout this past season. Last year, you could even ask Gronchek. He said it was kind of a learning year, kind of a building year for us. And he said it all comes to this year again for them. And again, this team will look back at last year's seniors and go, hey, thanks for helping us grow last year and get to where we were able to get this season. We're going to get tip-off coming your way right after a word from our fine sponsors on KBEK.
Coming to the Target Center March 22nd, Kid Rock. And you're going to the show, Kid Rock. Listen to Rockin' Robin in the morning, KBEK, for your tickets. Kid Rock. Radio edit. Free concert tickets for listening. Kid Rock at the Target Center, March 22nd. You're going to the show. Brought to you by Marge's Pub and Grub in Brook Park, ABC Lumber in Siren, and Nice 95.5.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
Back here on Nice 95.5 KBEK, getting set for tip-off. But first, your starting lineups. Starting with the Spectrum Sting, it'll be number 1, Elijah Miller. Number 3, Cody Benson. Number 23, Braden Nelson. Then 35, Jordan Williams. And 40, Bryce Gostad. They are head coached by Tom Tethar. And on the other side, for your Mora Mustangs, it's going to be number 2, Cole Schwarzbauer. Number 12, Gage Brady. Number 13, Josh Hegerness. 15, Caleb Evenson. And 22, Noah Oberfeld. They are, of course, head coached by Kurt Grotchek. And as we get ready for this one, the Sting will wear their white away uniforms, the dark green letters and numbers, the dark green trim on the neck and the sleeve of the jersey, then the dark green stripe down the side of the shorts and on the bottom of the shorts. Mustangs wearing their home blue uniforms, the white letters and numbers, the 2 white stripes down the side of the jersey and short with that thicker gray middle stripe as well down the side of the jersey and short. Gray and white trim on the neck and sleeve of the jerseys, and then the white trim on the bottom of the shorts. Mora fans still piling in here. We talked about how after the first game, they kind of got a little bit empty, but More fans continuing to pile in. They're still coming in slowly but steadily, and they're starting to fill it up a little bit more.
Yeah, they want to help keep this 26-win season going. They want to be a part of it.
Absolutely, there's no doubt. And obviously the hope is to get to that section championship. More than likely, we're assuming against Albany and have a great matchup. And you mentioned it before we went on air. There's nobody who plays Albany better than Mora.
There's nobody who plays Albany better. And Albany knows it. When you look at like the last 10 games against Albany, all of them are within 5 points. Yeah. It's crazy when you look at the stats. And that is going to be a crazy atmosphere if
yes.
both of these teams can get to that section final.
Well, we're getting set for tip-off here on KBEK. Before we get set, we want to thank you for tuning in. Thanks so much for tuning in. You keep us and give us a job to do, so we appreciate all of our listeners. We also want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do, whether it's postseason or regular season. We want to thank all of our fine sponsors. And again, both teams getting their starting lineups out there. We are just about set to go on the Jim and Adrian Smith Court at Sexton Arena on the campus of St. John's University, home of the Johnnies. I got to tell you, I do love the fact that it's this red and this baby blue color. It just goes so well together. It makes everything pop. I love it.
Yeah. It just makes the whole atmosphere special. You know, driving in here, I couldn't believe how incredible all the facilities are here.
It is a beautiful campus as we get ready for tip-off.
Oberfeld was the last one to announce during the starting lineups, and I think he's the key. Mora needs to have him stay out of foul trouble. He's really their only post player and a big-time rebounder.
Tip is going to be won by Holdingford. It's going to be Nelson who has it. Now over to Miller. He'll get it to the top of the key to Williams. Now over to Benson. Benson on the far side, give to Nelson. Nelson will go across court, give to Williams. Williams gets a screen. He's going to try and drive inside, spin move inside, trying to get around the defender. Shot is up. Yes, good. Well,
he's going to be tough for Mora to stop. He's a 6'5" senior and post player, tall, lanky.
That ball hung there for a second. I wasn't sure if it was actually going to go in. Now Cole Schwartzbauer will get the ball, and he'll lay it in for two off the glass.
And he attacked the other 6'5" kid, the other 6'6" kid, Gosted.
Yeah, Schwartzbauer himself, only 5'11", but again, that fearlessness we talked about pregame. Brady guarding against Nelson. Inside. Oh, and they're going to get an early foul as Nelson drops it in for two. This foul going to go against Schwartzbauer.
The official kind of had a choice there, call it on Schwartzbauer or Brady. I think Mora probably got a little lucky there that wasn't called on Brady.
This one is up and good, so a three-point play there for Braden Nelson. And it's now 5-2 Spectrum. Brady with it on that far side. Now give to Hagerness. Hagerness stands. Wanted to get back in the far side corner to Brady, and he will. Brady will work it towards the elbow. Now to Schwartzbauer in that far side corner. That one's going to be off the mark. No good. Rebounded there by Nelson, who just had a better box out. And they go quickly ahead here, trying to get the breakout to Benson. Too long for him, and it will go out of bounds, and Mustangs catch a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, both teams coming out and playing man-to-man defense. One thing I'm noticing, Spectrum is taller, they're bigger. They're slacking off, which is why Schwartzbauer is able to get a wide-open three. It's a very big mismatch for Spectrum with their size. They can't come out and guard the Mora guards.
Well, a pass inside trying to get to Oberfeld was almost stolen away, but luckily for them, it was Nelson who stepped out of bounds, so they will hold on to the ball. Brady will get the ball here, trying to drive at the top of the key, give outside now to Hagerness for three, and that's off the mark. And almost being held was Evenson. He winds up getting the rebound inside to Gage Brady, and he'll drop it in for his first points for two. 5-4 now the score on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Elijah Miller brings it forward, and he'll hand now to Nelson. Nelson being patient, looking for a screen from Williams. Get back over to Williams off the screen. Three is good. And early on, the Sting
Yeah, when you're the underdog, the first 5 minutes are important to make sure that they know you're here to play and want to stay in the game. So Mora's got to respond here.
A long three from Evenson says, hey, I see yours. Look at mine. I'll go even further away. He went outside the college three.
Hopefully that settles Mora down a little bit. They can relax. They missed their first three-pointers.
I would think it would, because that's kind of usually how Mora played this year, is if they can get a three, they're usually going to settle in. Now Miller will get a step back two, and he drains it, make it 10-7. Athleticism on both sides, but Mora is hoping theirs can kind of come out a little bit more, as this shot missed by Brady. A rare miss like that inside from him, as Gostad will get the rebound, and he'll give it now to Nelson to bring it forward. Give to Williams. Williams guarded tightly, trying to get around Oberfeld. Give right underneath the Gostad, and easy too. They're just making it look so seamlessly right now, are the Sting.
Yeah, great pass to the post. Just a little mismatch there for Mora with their size.
Brady give now to Hegernus on the near side. Schwartzbauer wanted the three, and second to take it aggressively inside. A little too strong on that one. Rebounded by Williams. No breakout available. Give on the near side, Nelson. Nelson going to drive inside. He stops. Now trying to figure out where to go with it to Miller. Oh, that should have been a steal, but Miller somehow comes back up with it for the Sting. Give now to Nelson. Hand it to Benson. Benson over to Williams. Williams going to try and drive inside. We're going to get a foul on Schwartzbauer again. Shot will not count.
That's going to be his second.
So it'll be on the floor. They will just inbound with a Sting, and first substitution here is going to be for Mora. They'll bring in Owen Lind.
Yeah, you're going to. Mora's coming in with a little bit taller player here, a little more post size to help with the defense inside.
That one, should have been stolen away by Oberfeld, but he gave it right back to Gostad. Now a three from Elijah Miller, going to come up well short, but they are right there for the rebound in Benson for two. And oh my goodness, early on, too many second chance opportunities for Spectrum, but now Hagen is going to try and drive inside. Wants Brady on the far side. Brady head fake, and now hard dribble, trying to get the defender to bite, but nothing doing. Now trying to drive inside, give here to Owen Lind for three, no good. And another rebound for Miller. Right now, Sting have the advantage on the rebounds, and this shot, wow.
Good Euro step there by Gostad. He's really a mismatch for the Mustangs. They're gonna need to do something here to stop him.
Brady using his athleticism inside. Shot is no good, and now Oberfeld finally draws a foul after he gets the rebound. And he'll go line and shoot two. It's the first foul here on Spectrum. This one going to go against Jordan Williams. So Oberfeld now to shoot two. 9-point deficit early on here for the Mustangs. 13:38 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Oberfeld no good on the first.
Yeah, things aren't going Mora's way here, so I wonder if Grotchek's going to need to call a timeout here soon. Just get the team down on the bench, settle them down, relax, take a deep breath. We know how to play this game. This is nothing new. We got this.
Oberfeld will get the second of two, so make it 16-8. And now checking into the game is going to be number 14, Dawson Smart. Spectrum will continue to have their starting five out there. It's Elijah Miller bringing it forward for the Sting. Guarded by Brady. Wanted to go inside, instead it gives to Nelson. Nelson at the top of the key, trying to get around Hegernus, and that's poked out. Sting still have it, though. Williams will keep hold of it. Now trying to drive inside. Kick outside here for Gostad. Wide open three. And left him way too much space, and he makes Mora pay.
Yeah, you got the 6'6" skid inside and outside here for Spectrum. Gostad is a mismatch right now.
Brady trying to get around the defender, just nothing doing yet, but he knows how to set the defender up for failure in the future. Smart inside. Give now to Hegernus. Hegernus. This one off the mark a little bit, but he's going to be fouled, and that's the main reason why it was off the mark. So now he'll go to the line and shoot two. We're going to get this one on Cody Benson, his first, team second. Hegernus to shoot two now. 12:45 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. And he comes up short.
Good drive by Hegernus there. He recognized the defender was out of position, so he attacked the basket. Offensively, Mora was really out of sync there.
So no good on the first. That one's no good as well. It spins out, and it's going to be Nelson with the rebound for Spectrum. Almost lost the ball again. Guarded by Hegernus, driving inside. He'll give now to Gostad. He'll take the long two, and that's going to be no good. Brady with the rebound. So one of the first possessions in a while that Spectrum has not scored. Now Brady going to use that speed up the court and cannot drop it in. Oh, man. A prime opportunity for the Sting to get, or for the Mustangs to get back, and now the Sting go back the other way. Missed shot, but Gostad just right there.
Yeah, Williams missed the layup. Gostad's right there to clean it up, and he's got 9 points already for
Brady
Spectrum.
With a screen from Oberfeld well off the mark, and this offense right now is just kind of well out of sync, and they're going to have to find some sort of spark.
Yeah, and Brady's got to keep doing what he's doing. He's missed some shots, but he's the leader. He's got to keep shooting, going to the basket.
Williams with it on the far side, gets around Lynn for a moment, now gives on the near side here to Benson for three. That's good. And there's the timeout. I was just about to ask when you think it would come, but here it is for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Spectrum's really feeling it right now. Everything they're putting up is going in, and when they miss, they got the offensive rebound and the putback.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Stangs down right now, and again, the offense just really out of sync at this moment. And for Mora, this is a tough way to start the game, but we know this offense all year long, it doesn't take much for it to get sparked, and then that leads to defense, and then the defense leads to it's very complimentary, but right now the Mustangs just need to find that spark.
Yeah, they do, and they will. And I know Gracek's upset right now, but this is a time where you calm your team down, get them to believe in themselves, and let's come down on the offensive end. Let's get a good look and knock down our shot.
Do you think at all, with this court being just a tad longer, the bleachers on both ends make it look could mess with your vision a little bit? Do you think that plays a factor at all?
Yeah, there's definitely a difference in backdrop from a normal high school. That can make a huge difference. They're also playing phenomenal defense on Brady.
Yeah, they're not allowing him an inch.
Miller for Spectrum's doing a great job defensively.
Smart gives out to Oberfeld. Oberfeld gets around for a moment. Step back long two, just off the mark. But, oh my goodness. Lind had the opportunity, and then he just kind of slowed up on it. Nelson going to get the rebound. Now the three. Good. Oh, boy. Well, rebound missed by Mora, and that is, you got to get those. Evenson thought about three, gives now to Brady in the near side corner. Brady is trying the spin move inside, gives now to Lynn. Lynn wanted three. Instead, he'll drive inside. That's blocked from behind.
Yeah,
Gostad.
Spectrum is being very physical. Mora's trying to get to the basket. They're playing great defense, and they're being very physical. They're bodying them up, and I do think that is one of Mora's weaknesses. They're not a very physical team. They're more of a three-point shooting team. And I think if Spectrum keeps this up, it's going to be a hard evening here for Mora.
Oberfeld, great drive to the basket. No foul call, and it's going to be rebounded by Williams here. They'll go inside Gostad again, 2 plus the and 1. Oh my goodness. It is all going wrong for Mora.
Yeah, I don't think we could envision a worse start for Mora.
No.
They're down 21, and we're not even 8 minutes into the game.
Yeah, Gracek is asking about the no call there on Oberfeld underneath the basket. He's saying, well, hey, if he gets that one, I would like you to call that one on for us too.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of contact down there on Oberfeld.
Going to hit the strap that pulls up and down the backboard, so it's only going to be 2 there.
But Oberfeld has to keep going to the basket. You gotta keep going to the basket, because that's also how you're going to get your other guys open for threes later on. Got to keep being aggressive.
That one's good for Hegerness from 3. They needed that. It certainly helps, but still, you can just kind of feel that the spark not quite there yet for Mora. But that looked like a very calm shot from Hegerness.
Yep. Now you got to get a stop here.
Good defense so far. They'll get it now to Benson. Benson on the far side. Get back to Gostad. Gostad will get a kind of a sort of mini screen. Oh, my goodness. They're going to get him for a travel. Yep. Good spin move, but unfortunately one too many steps on it.
He was wide open. He could have just pulled up for the 12-foot shot. Instead, he tried to shuffle his feet to get a layup, and the right call was made. Travel.
Yeah, that was a fortunate call for Mora, too, because, like you mentioned, wide open. As now Smart has it stolen away. Ooh, they're going to get Oberfeld for the foul. Yeah, unfortunately, as he went, I think he more got tripped up in the feet of the defender Williams, but because he forced Williams to fall, they're going to get Oberfeld on the foul. So the Sting have it back anyways. It's going to be near side to Williams. Williams trying to go inside now to Nelson. Nelson being bothered right underneath. Oh my goodness, Miller.
Wow.
I don't know, that morphed through a body or something of the Mustangs. There was no way that should have happened. Miller inside. And the Mustangs do not like the foul call there. It's going to go on Gage Brady, his first team's fifth, excuse me.
Now, I noticed some frustration by the Mora kids on that foul. They cannot let the officials get in their heads here. You know, they're challenged enough against a good team with Spectrum. They cannot let the officials affect and a call or a no call affect how they play. That will not help.
No, certainly not. 30-11 now. Spectrum with the lead, and Miller will drop both of them in. I mean, it's just all. I mean, you can't say it. All doesn't sum up how much is going the way of Spectrum right now. Everything is just going their way. Brady gets a little bit of a lacking defender and then misses the shot that, he makes in his sleep. Oh, my goodness. And then Cody Benson comes back the other way. Great feed to him, but again, that's just a make that they're making right now.
Yeah.
You make it any other time, probably not.
Nope, you're right.
Dawson Smart, nice drive inside, too strong. Evenson with the rebound. Oh, and he can't get it to fall. My goodness, he misses. It's going to be out of bounds. It should be back to Mora now. Wow.
But Mora has to be better defensively.
Yeah.
They're just getting beat down the floor.
This will be the first sub of the afternoon for Spectrum. They're going to get number 33. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. AB. Yeah, I'm not going to.
Let's see if this depth for Mora can help us come back here. Spectrum does not want to play a lot of kids.
Oberfeld shot. There was a little bit of contact there. No call as Gonstad will get the rebound. Now to AB travel, and the ball will go back to Mora. So catching a little bit of a break there. And yeah, like you mentioned, Mora got to keep shooting that ball, but they really need to get it to fall here. They can't afford too many more possessions where it's empty.
No, Brady's struggled. He's not getting his shots to fall, but he's getting good looks. He's getting to the basket, and he needs to keep going. He's the leader. He's the heartbeat. He needs to keep going.
Hegerness from the free throw line is good for 2. Well, that's something. 33-20 or 33-13. I wish it was 33-23. But they'll close this gap. They'll get there. Miller with it now, trying to get around Brady. Brady, nice poke, and there's a little bit of something, but then they leave Gostad open for 3. Thank goodness he misses. Ball is up for grabs, and somehow, some way, it's going to be a Miller rebound. On the far side, Williams has it, trying to get around Oberfeld. Good job there, closing off that lane that he had, and then a 3 here from Gostad. No good. Hegerness getting the rebound, and all of a sudden now we're starting to see Mora rebound a little bit better. Too many second chance scoring opportunities still for Spectrum, but the rebounds are starting to come a little bit more.
Yep, the Spectrum's starting to get a little tired now.
Oh!
There it is.
And that'll help. I don't think it's still enough to start to swing momentum, but that's an Oberfeld 3 that we're used to seeing up over the defender with the hand in his face.
Could be a big confidence builder here.
Blocked by Ober. They're going to get a foul. And Oberfeld looks to his coach to say, what do I need to do different there? That seemed like a good block. But
yeah, it looked like a good block from our point of view, but we had lots of people between us and the block. That's his second as well. He and Schwartzbauer both have 2 now.
As does Brady. No good by AB on the first.
And Spectrum recognizes that Mora's big guns are in foul trouble, so they're attacking the last couple possessions. They attacked Oberfeld, and they know they're in foul trouble here. So
count or gauge Brady's foul count. That's what I thought too, because I didn't think Brady had 2. I thought he only had 1, but apparently not.
Yeah, I thought Brady had 1. Oberfeld and Schwartzbauer had 2.
Yeah, according to the scoreboard here, it says Brady has 2. I thought. Well, we'll see if maybe that gets fixed here at half, but. Now a steal from Benson, and this could really be trouble. And this is probably the worst.
Wide open layup.
Yeah, this is the worst thing for Mora because you mentioned it, Williams with the wide open layup for 2, but they turned the ball over after AB missed 2 free throws.
Yep.
And now another turnover. But luckily, Oberfeld going to tie this. No. They're going to say he had possession.
So they're saying Spectrum had the ball.
And got a timeout? Yeah. Is that what I'm seeing?
Or Mora had the ball.
Is
Mora had the ball.
Mora had the, whoa.
Whoa, it certainly looked like Spectrum
Yeah.
had the ball on the ground. Instead of going jump ball, they went full timeout here. They gave the timeout to Mora.
Wow. Well, we'll take a commercial break. We'll be back after word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Physical therapy. It's one of those services you don't think about until you need it. Pain happens. Count on the team at Physical Therapy Consultants to help. Physical Therapy Consultants, with locations in North Branch, Isanti, Zimmerman, St. Francis, Andover, and Ham Lake, accept all insurance plans, workers' comp, and auto. Their expertise can help you and your body repair. Find out how Physical Therapy Consultants can help you heal. Call 1-888-THERAPY today. 1-888-THERAPY for Physical Therapy Consultants.
And a turn of a little bit of luck. Mora somehow had possession of that ball when they called the timeout. So they will have it out of the timeout. Brady back and forth with Hegernus. Now give to Hegernus. Hegernus trying to get around the defender. Wanted to go back to Lind. Instead, he'll drift to the far side. Now give to Schwarzbauer. Schwarzbauer wanted to go for 3. Instead, pulls it down to Hegernus. Trying to find a higher percentage shot. Now to Hegernus again. Give to Brady. 6-5 to shoot. 4. He's going to have to pull up from somewhere he may not want to. At the free throw line. Again, usually once he hits, this rebound still up for grabs. Somehow AB comes up with it. And Gage Brady steps in front of it like Harrison Smith in deep middle of the field. And then Hegernus hits it from half court.
Gage does not have the offense going today, but you watch him on the defensive end, going all out, trying to get a steal, trying to help his team crawl back into this.
He did draw a foul from Elijah Miller, so it's the 3rd for Spectrum, as now Gage Brady.
Miller has played outstanding defense. He's not letting Brady out of his sight. He's bodying him up.
Lynn wanted the 3, but thinks better about it. Give to Hegernus, now to Oberfeld. Oberfeld patiently. Physical inside, dropping it for 2. I think Oberfeld just got a tech.
And the problem with that, not only now is Spectrum going to get 2 shots in the ball, that's also his 3rd personal foul.
The frustration is boiling right now for Mora. Well, if you're Mora, that is, you got to talk to Oberfeld and tell him, hey, I know it's frustrating, but this is the last spot we need you to do this.
Yep.
Simply put, you are now putting us in a troubling spot.
Yep, and, he's a senior, and this could be his last game. And quite honestly, Mora needs him on the floor.
Yep.
He's hit the last couple of shots he's taken, and they really need him on the floor.
Now, luckily for Mora, Benson missed both, but Sting still gets the ball. But I did not see, it obviously was something he said.
Yeah, because it looked like there was some contact on the shot he made.
Yeah.
And he's just not getting the calls.
So, unfortunately, he'll sit with 3 fouls, 5:48 to go on that Brace Orthodontic scoreboard. AB has it, now trying to get around the defender. Smart pulls up from the free throw line, too strong, and thank goodness Evenson is there for the rebound for Mora.
Lead 17. Mora can get a basket here, get it to 14, and get some confidence back here.
Hegernus trying to drive, gives out on the far side. Smart wanted the 3. Instead, Hegernus just off the mark, and the Stinger just too good inside with their height, and now great move there by Nelson.
They're just getting out in transition, and that's they're getting multiple layups off their transition, and Mora's just not getting back to stop it.
Brady trying to get maybe a little bit more physical, getting some calls, and Hagerness will drop in along too. And at least for Mora now, they're starting to answer with points each possession.
The kids are getting more confidence in their shot. They believe it's going to go in.
Another foul on Mora, and you can just tell every time Mora's just like, what do we got to do to get something to go our way? This one's going to be on Hagerness, which would be his first. It is, I mean, there's not much you can say about how frustrating it's been for Mora here in this first half.
Yeah, they got to keep their cool. They're getting in a little foul trouble. They are gaining confidence. They got the lead to 17.
Meanwhile, Nelson drills his first free throw, so he'll get granted a second opportunity. And now another sub here for Spectrum. That'll be number 5, Joseph Palmieri. So Nelson, second one is also good.
I'm just watching number 1 Miller guard Brady, and he is just bodying Brady up wherever Brady goes. And he's done an outstanding job of keeping Brady out of the lane.
Yeah, that's where Brady likes to use his speed to get inside and even draw some fouls, but just nothing doing so far here this afternoon. Hagerness thought he had a drive to the basket. He'll have to pull up from outside. We're going to get a late foul call on Spectrum. Hagerness will go to the line to shoot 2, so that'll help a little bit. I think this one's going to go on AB. Again, not going to pronounce his last name because I don't want to sound like an idiot. 4:27 to go. Mora trails by 19. Hagerness is good on the first. .427 left here in the first half, and we know comebacks can happen, and especially after halftime, things can change in a hurry. But this has just been kind of a first half to forget if you're Mora, and we'll talk more about it once we get to half. But they still got to guard for these last 4.5 minutes. Nice job, I think. Yeah, he did. That was not touched. Mustangs got their hand around the ball. They did a good job not to touch because probably would have been called a foul. They did a good job to lay off, and he lost the ball out of bounds. This is smart play.
Good defensive possession there for Mora. Let's see if they can get something going here on the offensive end. There's Miller again, right on Brady, not letting Brady get to the lane.
Brady inside, now give back outside to Hagerness on the far side. Hagerness trying to get around AB, give now to Evenson, a long 3. It's going to come up short, and they're going to let this one go out. It's going to be Mora ball. Last touch by Spectrum. For Mora, they have taken some long 3s. It may sound like a stupid question, but is it maybe a little bit confusing with these 3 lines on the court?
Yeah, we talked about that last weekend at St. Ben's, actually. How many girls shot behind the black line because it's the darkest line, and that's the college line.
Yep. 3 from Evenson, and that will get a little juice going. But yeah, it just looks like they're shooting a little bit further away than they want and should be. They can take one step closer. Now a 3 to answer back. That's going to be no good. Brady with the rebound, and here we go. Can they get this going in the last 3.5 minutes? We've seen this Mora Mustang team move quicker, so why not? Brady trying to get that athleticism to work. Finally gets a foul call. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And now all of a sudden, Mora's starting to pick up the intensity. They're starting to get some fouls their way, and I think they're finally starting to settle into the game and how it's being called.
Yeah. Brady got the foul call there. He just got fouled on his way up on the shot. But I'm going to say it again. I ref a lot of basketball, and I watch a lot of high school basketball. I don't know if I've seen a better on-ball defender than what Miller is doing right now on Brady. He is beating him to his spots, and he is doing an outstanding job of defending Brady here.
Yeah, he really is. It's like he's in Brady's head.
Yeah.
As we know, Brady is one of the better ball handlers, not just in the section, maybe in the state, but he's in Brady's head right now. He knows where he's going to go before he even gets there, and it's been tough to watch, but also really fun to watch a defender play that well.
Miller's on the bench now with 2 fouls. Let's see if Brady can get some things going here now in the final 3 minutes.
I would think they got to feed Brady right now. AB finds his lane to the basket. No good on that one. Uh-oh, rebound here for Spectrum to Benson. Now over to Williams. Williams trying to drive. 15 seconds to shoot. It's Nelson. Spin move inside and no good. Oh, he got his own rebound. Can't have that if you're Mora. Something hit the floor there, not sure what, but we got it cleaned up quick, so it's going to be 41-27.
Yeah, Nelson's a smooth lefty. He's got some great drives, and he's a left-handed shooter. And a couple nice moves and a nice putback there.
2:37 to go here in the first half. Mustangs down 41-27. Gage Brady coming up the other way, guarded by AB, looks for a screen from Hegernus. This Spectrum team, man, they're just not giving him an inch. Now over to Hegernus on the far side. He wants that three. There's just nothing doing. A long two. It's going to be no good. Oh, man. With a chance that the rebound was Owen Perry. Couldn't quite get it, but it's going to be Brady who has it back inside. He's fouled. That one's going to be against Braden Nelson, his first, and the team's sixth. So now Brady to shoot two.
Yeah, at this point, Mora's goal needs to be, let's get this to 8-10, and let's go in the locker room and regroup here.
Well, I think after a first half like this, that would be almost a win.
Yes.
So that one is good from Brady on his first of two. This one, good as well. So 41-29. Spectrum back the other way with it. It's AB. Looks, gives on the far side there to Gostad. He'll hand it now to Williams, a fake to Williams, and now wanting to go here to Nelson. Nelson trying to drive inside. Ton of traffic around him. I think it might have been blocked from behind. I don't know how he wound up with it. But now they give to Benson for three. It's going to be no good. And still up for grabs, it's Hegernus who gets it. Oh, man. Mora almost had disaster, but Hegernus will bring it down. Now give to Brady at the SJU logo. Brady again trying to get those ball handling skills. Gets one step. Now give to Hegernus for three. Here we go. 41-32.
Yep, and again, there's Brady getting to the lane, kicking out. Hegernus knocks down the three. That's what Mora wants to do. That's how they like to play ball.
Defensively a little bit behind, and they'll give to Benson on the far side. He wanted to take the three. Said he drives inside. Now to Nelson. Nelson gets the defender to miss to AB. And that's good. Just good movement with Spectrum on that one for the three.
That was a big shot right there by Spectrum. They had cooled off considerably, and Mora had cut the lead to 9, and now it's back to 12. So that was a huge shot.
1:02 to go here in the first half. 44-32, Spectrum with the lead. A timeout called by the Sting. We'll keep it here. But for the Mustangs, again, it's only a 12-point game right now. Considering the way this thing started out, it didn't look pretty. It didn't look good. It didn't look like Mora was going to have any chance. They have fought back. We've talked about them settling in. They're getting that confidence, and now even 12 down, it still feels like it's a win for them.
Yeah, for sure. And huge props to Brady and the bench kids for Mora right now with Schwartzbauer and Oberfeld on the bench here with foul trouble. They're getting it done, and they're getting it done on the defensive end. Spectrum has not scored lately. Gostad's been stuck at 11 for a little while.
They will come in inbound. Hegernus from outside the paint. Step back two is good. 44-34. Now the goal for Mora here. Try not to allow Spectrum to score before half, and if Mora can't, maybe go and get two. And a nice block there from Hegernus on the pass, but Spectrum's still going to hold on to it. And oh no, Nelson drives inside, got around the defenders. Spectrum right now just better inside, but nice rebound there by Owen Perry. That was huge. And I think they're telling him, look at the clock. Mora going to try and take the last shot of the half here with 20 seconds to go. So Brady will pause and hold on to it for a little bit.
Brady's probably going to start his penetration with about 9-10 seconds to go. He's going to probably look to kick out to Evenson or Hegernus.
8 seconds to go. Brady, almost a foul there on AB. 4 seconds. Tries to get that foul and nothing doing there. Yeah, you could see he tried to lean in to get that foul call, but the defender just came down at the right time to pull back away from Brady. And that is going to bring us to halftime with your Mora Mustangs trailing the Spectrum Sting 44-34 at the halftime period. So we're going to get a word from our fine sponsors. We'll come back, recap that first half of action. You're listening to Mora Playoff Basketball here on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
We're out here on the range today to remind you that high school trap season is almost upon us. And if you or your favorite shooter needs to get geared up, the place to go is Almost Yours Gun & Pawn. They've got the largest selection of new and used firearms, plenty of ammo for practice and competition. They've got archery gear, conceal and carry classes, and loading supplies. So if you're getting ready to head out on the range, make your first stop to Almost Yours Gun & Pawn. Whew, nice one.
We're proud to support local athletes during the playoffs. Whether you're an athlete or a fan, Wellia Health is here to help keep you performing at your best. For all your sports medicine needs, visit us at Wellia Health online to learn more.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It's so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Baseball and softball coaches, are you looking for dry, warm practice time?
Here's the Pitch in North Branch can help. Here's the Pitch offers amazing indoor options for your team.
Offering state-of-the-art pitching machines and batting cages.
And space for you to give instruction without worrying about the weather outside.
Take your athletes to the next level.
Coach up your team during every season or off-season. Affordable practice space for your ball teams.
Make your reservation today.
Call Here's the Pitch today or visit them on Facebook.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Mustangs trail by 10 to the Spectrum Sting. But, Chris, considering the way the first half went, you got to look at this 10-point deficit as almost a win for Mora.
Yeah, they were down by 21 at one point. Spectrum just came out. What was it? I think it was 10:28 left to go, and it was a 21-point game.
Yeah.
So we were not even 8 minutes in. I think it was 29-8. At the 10:28 mark of the first half. Spectrum came out on fire, knocked everything down. They were getting layups in transition. They were playing incredible good defense. Miller has done an outstanding job on Brady. He went to the bench, and what happens? Brady goes to the line and goes 4-4 from the free throw line late in the half.
Yeah, and the Mustangs did a really good job to kind of overcome the slow start, get back out, get things to go their way a little bit, and as we mentioned, even if they were letting the Sting still score, they were still answering with points every offensive possession. So, again, the Sting still were able to score. You would have liked them to see them make a few more stops defensively, but they were still scoring themselves, which definitely helped them there in the first half. Taking a look at some of the stats from the first half. For Spectrum, leading the way points-wise was Braden Nelson with 12, 11 for Bryce Gostad, 7 for both Cody Benson and Jordan Williams, and then 4 for Elijah Miller, 3 then for AB. Leading the way rebound-wise with 6 was Gostad. A very good performance there in that first half. And they had 1 steal, 2 blocks. They were 5 of 10 from that free throw line and 6 team fouls. On the other side for your Mustangs, it was Hagerness with 14. Then Gage Brady, Caleb Evenson, and Noah Oberfeld with 6 and 2 for Cole Schwarzbauer. They had 1 steal. They were 7 of 10 from the free throw line, which is good news. They had 8 team fouls, though. And I know, again, turnovers were a little bit of an issue there in the first half for the Mora Mustangs. Turned the ball over a little bit. Not a ton, but a little bit that did lead to the Sting being able to go down the court and capitalize on those turnovers. And again, turnovers and free throws can make or break a game, and early in that first half it was Spectrum just capitalizing on what Mora's shortcomings were.
Yeah, between the long rebounds from the threes and the turnovers, Spectrum was just getting down the court and getting layups in transition. And then the second half of the first half, Spectrum just kept getting second opportunities.
Yep.
They kept getting second opportunities, and they were cold, and they weren't making their shots. That is something that Mora is going to have to clean up if they're going to come back to win this game. They cannot continue to give them second opportunities. I see here Spectrum had 6 second chance rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds there, and that is something that they're going to have to clean up here.
Yeah, certainly, because the more and more you allow it, the sooner than later they're going to start getting them to fall on those second chance scoring opportunities. So, yeah, I would agree that's going to be probably one of the bigger things they'll have to clean up. I think offensively, though, it's not completely fixed, but they're in the right direction. They need to play. I think in the second half they need to get out to not a super fast start, just a little bit of a fast start, just to continue to grow that confidence and come out in the second half and really swing things quickly in their favor. But defensively, I mean, other than, again, setting up better and getting rebounds, what's something they got to do defensively to make sure they're making enough stops to get themselves back into this one?
Well, they're in a little bit of foul trouble, but they need to continue to have their 6'5", 6'6" kids for Spectrum try to put the ball on the floor and really, really keep them outside the lane to prevent some of those offensive rebounds. We saw Gostad really take off early. He had 11 early points and really started the run for Spectrum there early. And so stopping him is going to be key, keeping him out of the lane, getting back in transition, not letting Spectrum get layups, because that's when they're going to start rolling, and then they're going to get wide open threes because Mora's going to have to stop the layups. So one thing leads to another here.
Yeah, so for Mora, I mean, the message at halftime, what do you think that was there from head coach Kurt Gracek? Because obviously you want to be positive. They closed the gap to 10, but there's obviously some things that they must correct.
Yeah, keep your heads. I saw the official went to Evenson after he made a 3. Evenson turned and said some things to the Spectrum bench, and the official will talk to him on the next dead ball. You had Oberfeld get a technical.
Yep.
That was huge. That was his third personal foul. Keep your head. Play through any contact, and don't let the refs get inside our heads. We can come back. We know we can play with them, and we know we can come back to win, but we have to keep our cool.
Absolutely, and again, they close the gap to 10. This Mora offense, we know, if they get hot, there's not a team in this state that can beat them. But they have to get. I think one of the other things too is their transition defense too. I think they need to get it a little bit quicker here in the second half, because I think that we've seen a couple of open layups because of that reason as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to take – go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say Mora's really, like I said, Mora's going to really have to stay out of foul trouble here. That's going to be key. They need Oberfeld and Brady and Schwarzbauer on the floor.
They absolutely have to have those guys for the rest of the game. 30-second break, then we'll be back here for the second half of action. The truth is, you don't have to be an athlete to need physical therapy. Car accidents, work accidents, and simply aging can take its toll on our bodies. Physical therapy consultants in North Branch, Isani, Andover, Ham Lake, St. Francis, and Zimmerman can help you heal. Services like massage therapy, orthopedic care, and more. Physical therapy consultants can help. Call Physical Therapy Consultants at 1-888-THERAPY. All insurance plans accepted, including workers' comp and auto. Back here on Nice 95.5 KBEK, we're getting ready for the second half of action. It'll be Mora to start the half with the ball. They will go left to right on your radio dial, Spectrum right to left. How important is it for this opening possession for Mora to score?
Well, I think the first 3 minutes are going to be extremely important. Mora's got to send them a message right away, like, we're not going away. We're not just going to walk away from this game. We're coming at you. We're coming at you hard. One thing, you look at our stats page here, all the starters played 15 or more, 14, 40 or more minutes in that first half. And I wonder if Spectrum at some point is going to run out of steam against a really athletic Mora team.
We see Gage Brady played all 18, and you talk about an energizer bunny. He is one. I mean, he just seemingly doesn't tire, as we do see Oberfeld inside, too strong on that one, playing through contact. Again, he's not pleased with the no call, but back the other way goes Nelson, and again, the transition offense for Spectrum is just too fast right now.
Again, like we talked about, layup in transition, that's what they got.
So Mora has it back offensively from the free throw line. Hagerness no good, and now we're going to get a foul the other way.
And that's going to be on Schwartzbauer. That's going to be his third. You know, I think Oberfeld is frustrated. He's going in and getting layups, and Spectrum has a 6'5" and a 6'6" kid going straight up, and I think that has been a challenge for Oberfeld, who is listed at 6'4", trying to go inside against his taller people with long arms.
And for Oberfeld, maybe inside, is it worth kind of trying to get them to put their arms up early and then get through contact with a fake?
Yeah. He's got to keep trying it because he's got to open up the three-point shots for everybody else.
Well, Spectrum going to get a three-point shot there. It's going to be no good. Oberfeld's going to get a rebound.
Yeah, like I said, Oberfeld has to keep going inside because he's got to open up the three-point shots for all the shooters Mora has.
He wanted that three there. He'll give to Hagerness on the far side to Evenson. Wanted the three, pulls it down, give to Brady. Brady looks for a screen. Defender gets around it. That's Miller again. Brady being patient offensively, which I don't think you'd see a lot of teams be patient in this situation. They open up Schwartzbauer for three. It's going to come up short. Oh, man. Man, that is so unfortunate. He was left wide open. And you think that comes down to the confidence for Mora right there?
Yeah, and I think he didn't play much in the first half. He had foul trouble. He only played 6 minutes in the first half and attempted, I think, 2 shots. So he's rusty.
Spectrum does have it back, and again, it's that man, Nelson. He'll give over on the near side to Williams. Williams going to drive inside, knocked out by Schwartzbauer. Great job to knock it out. It's going to be Spectrum ball, but to not get the foul, that's even harder. We'll see Owen Lynn check into the game for Schwartzbauer. And Spectrum will get set to inbound. It's Cody Benson inbounding. There to Nelson on the far side. Benson gets around the defender Evenson now on the near side. Wide open Williams. Instead they're going to give to Miller. That's going to come up short, and it's going to be Spectrum still with the rebound Benson. It just seems like Mora can't grab the ball cleanly right now.
We talked about transition defense, and we talked about second chances, and both of those things have happened here so far in the second half.
Miller lost it. Oh, my goodness. It winds up rolling to Gostad. You talk about just everything going their way, and then that layup from well away.
Julius Irving skyhook there. We don't see that very often in high school basketball anymore.
That one off the mark, and now on the other side for Mora. Evenson with it. Wanted to go to Oberfeld. Gets a screen. You're going to get a foul on Spectrum. Yeah, great job by Oberfeld to set up and take that foul.
Yeah, that was a great screen by Oberfeld, and Nelson just tried to go through it instead of around it and knocked Oberfeld over and got called for the foul.
Well, I think that might be a good statement for Oberfeld, saying, you got to play through me if you want to get there. I mean, again, he wants to be physical, but I think that's a good way for him to be like, you can play physical all you want, but I'm going to draw a foul on you. Brady from long range going to be no good, and he just hasn't been able to get it going here
No,
so far.
I think he's 1 for 9 now from the field, but he needs to keep going. Like I said, he's the leader.
Benson 3, it just, man, oh man. Nothing going early in this second half for Mora. Evenson maybe, nope. And a rebound there for Miller. They come back up the other way quickly. Miller,
transition, layup.
no good.
Offensive rebound.
Wow.
And Nelson there with the offensive rebound. Like we talked about, transition layup misses. Nelson's there for the second chance and puts it back. This is very eerily similar to the start of the game here.
Yeah, unfortunately. But Gage Brady comes back and puts one in. And oh, my goodness, for Mora. I mean, I know in this situation, doubt starts to creep into the minds of the players, but you have to play with confidence. You're going to get a foul here on Mora. You gotta play like you're the better team, even if you're down by this much. As we'll see Nelson drop one in for 2 plus the and 1.
Another strong move, left-hand layup, attack the basket. Nelson's left-handed. He went left, got a left-hand layup, and Evenson was just kind of out of position and fouled him.
53-36, and Braden Nelson, no good, so it's only 2 there for him, and Oberfeld will get the rebound for the Mustangs. Brady back up in the offensive zone. He'll give on the far side there to Smart for 3, no good. Brady races after the rebound to get it. There's some energy from Brady, and he draws the contact. Nice job by Brady to realize, hey, I know what I got to do to get a foul call, and he does it.
Yeah, Brady struggling from the field, but he's doing other things. He's grabbed the offensive rebound there and had a putback, got fouled. He's 4 for 4 from the line tonight. Let's see if he can knock down 2 more.
Yeah. First one's up and good. And I think on that play we've seen something we maybe haven't seen almost all afternoon. Do we have some? Oh, he's got a bloody nose, possibly. So he wipes it off, but I think we've seen something there we haven't seen all night. A little bit of energy from Mora. Gage Brady swiping in there to get that rebound. We just haven't really seen that all night from them. As he drops in the second one.
Yeah, I think Gage knows if there's going to be a comeback, it's going to have to be started or keyed by him, right? So he knows he's struggling from the field, so he's got to find ways to score.
Spectrum has it back. They'll try to go inside to Williams. Pass on the near side to Benson. Almost sent him out of bounds. That three's going to, oh my heavens. You can't buy a better bounce than that.
No, I think 3 bounces and drop.
Brady, close to being too much contact there. He'll give to Hegerness. He can't get it to fall. Another rebound here for Nelson. And rebounding right now, Mora can't buy a rebound.
No, the height of Spectrum is causing an issue here.
And another foul on Mora.
Again, that's Gosted, 6'5", going to the basket, 6'6", going to the basket. It's tough to defend when you're 6'2".
And that was Owen Lynn with his first, so at least it's Owen Lynn, only his first, so that is, I mean, a silver lining, if you will. But, I mean, Gostad has been pretty darn good tonight. He drops in the first one, 57-38. Gostad readying for his second of 2, and this one is good as well.
The lead's 20. If Mora's coming back, it's got to start right now.
Yeah.
They need to get on a run here.
Yeah, there's no, quite literally no time to waste. You have to get it going. And unfortunately, it's unfortunate, but this is a spot where, unlike that, you're going to have points every possession.
Yep.
Gostad with the miss, or the rebound on the missed shot from Schwartzbauer. Now to Benson. He got Schwartzbauer to jump left alone, wide open 3. Williams, and he drops it in.
Knocked it down.
It just, I mean, I don't know what Mora needs to do. I don't know what needs to happen, but it doesn't seem like they have any juice left.
Nope. 23-point lead, biggest lead of the night for Spectrum.
It will be a timeout for Mora. It will be a 30-second, so we'll keep it here. It is just so unfortunate to see Mora like this. Again, sometimes you have games like this during the regular season. Unfortunately, it's coming in a game where you any team would hate to have it come right now. And there's still time. They can still make this comeback. We've seen it. But it's becoming increasingly and increasingly harder for them to get into their heads that we can still get this back.
Yeah, and Spectrum just has so much life and energy right now. They're just shooting the ball extremely well. They were 5 for 10 on threes in the first half, and they made, I believe, 2 or 3 already this half. So they're probably shooting over 50% from the three-point line, which is crazy. And when you have 2 posts at 6'5" and 6'6", it's what do you do if you're Mora? How do you defend it?
Well, Brady will bring it forward. He'll give to Hegerness. Hegerness wanted to go inside to Brady. He said he'll give to Schwartzbauer. Schwartzbauer in a drive underneath. He's fouled. Good job by Schwartzbauer. That's what he tried to do last time. He didn't get the foul call last time. There wasn't much contact, but this time he does. And this is going to go on Nelson, so his third. So that's a positive a little bit for Mora because Nelson's been kind of the lifeblood of the Spectrum team. I mean, you've got Gosted, who does lead them in point. Well, now it's Braden Nelson, but Gosted was leading them in points, but Braden Nelson, again, kind of been the lifeblood of the team. Oh, my goodness. When it rains, it pours.
Yeah, and I was about to say, Mora needs to get to the free throw line. They need points. They need points badly, and scoring with no time going off the clock is a great way to do that. You got to make your free throws.
Can't get that one to fall either. I mean, 2 great opportunities there, both missed. The first one, my goodness, though, I don't know if you can blame him on that one. You blame the rim there. That was, man, you're going to get this pass that goes off the leg of Schwartzbauer out of bounds. So we'll stay with Spectrum. 12:34 to go, 61-38. If you're a Mora fan, you're completely stunned silent. This is nothing I don't think anyone in the state of Minnesota in Class 2A would have expected a game like this from Mora. 3 there is no good. Almost put back by Oberfeld on accident on the rebound attempt. He's going to wind up with it.
I guess maybe there were signs of it coming with how they played Royalton the other night, but
Brady inside. Ooh, a late foul call. He's going to get it, though, and he'll go to the line. And shoot 2 now. Brady getting a foul call there on Miller, and he's with his third.
Okay, another opportunity to score with no time coming off the clock.
They need to get these. Good for Brady on the first. So 61-39. AB will check in for Nelson. Again, Brady at the line, shooting 2. He made his first at 61-39. This one's up good.
Brady's 8 for 8 from the free throw line, and those are much needed free throws.
Yeah, that is big for Mora. See them change it up a little bit, a little pressure there in the
little 1-2-2, little 1-2-2 3/4 trap there.
AB outside, good movement, but that's going to come up short, and oh my goodness, went off of the shoulder of Lynn. It's going to wind up being a rebound for the Mustangs, though. Anyway, they corral that. Now into that far side corner, Cole Schwartzbauer with a floater, gets it for 2.
It's a good thing Schwartzbauer is not settling for the corner 3. Right. He's attacking the basket. He's got a layup. He's got free throws.
Nice
steal
job
on the press on that 1-2-2 trap for Schwartzbauer, knocking it to Brady.
Oh, and I don't know, Chris. That looked like there was plenty of contact for a foul call.
There's a lot of contact on that. Yep.
Man, oh man. Yeah, you can see Gracek. He's like, what do we got to do to get fouled here? Man, unfortunate there because, I mean, that was all set up by the tip and then the steal, and they just couldn't quite get it. This rebound going to wind up in the hands of Brady on the missed 3. And they have to have points. All of a sudden, Spectrum's gone cold from 3. Brady going to step up for a long one, and that's finally. I think he's even saying that to himself. Where's that been all night? Finally, I drop one in.
Yep, so you got to steal. You got to stop. Now you got a 3, and it leads back to 16 here.
So we see now Mustangs close the gap just a little bit, but now, again, they need more stops. They don't have to have a stop every time, but they need more times than not, and they still have to continue to score, but that's not going to help. But he can't make it, so that is good news. But that doesn't help either. A rebound there for Williams for Spectrum, all the way on the far side again. Benson going to try and drive. Ooh, could have been. They're going to get the late. Dang. A little bit behind on the foul whistle, but they wound up getting it. Instead, they're going to get it on Lynn. I thought they were going to get Schwartzbauer with the contact, but
it's going to be on the floor, so Spectrum's going to inbounds. Okay, key point of the game here, 16. Spectrum's got the ball. Mora needs to get another stop. You got Brady going a little bit now after his last made three.
He's going to have probably plus 30 if they want to come back and win this game. Just the way it's been going with him heating up now, he's going to probably have to double his total. Pass inside, tipped and stolen away by Evenson. Well, there we go. There's the stop.
There's your stop. Here comes Brady.
He'll instead give to Evenson. He'll drift to the near side, give to Hegerness. He'll give instead to Oberfeld. Oberfeld. Oh. Wow. I mean, you give credit to Miller on the fantastic steal, but Mora can't have it. Miller with the steal right out of Oberfeld's hands and then takes it easily for two. This shot no good. Brady will go back for the rebound, a three. That's going to be off the mark, but Evenson right there, put back two. And
good put back there by Evenson. Mora's back in the 1-2-2 trap here.
Hegerness, this is
another steal.
Off the mark. Owen Perry with the steal. They need to get this going quickly. Hegerness inside. Shot is up. No. Chris, I don't like that play there. I think they should have got it to set up a little bit better.
Well, I think Hegerness was actually shocked he didn't get called for a travel on that.
he could have. So no good, and the rebound by AB for Spectrum. So now they'll have it back. You can see they're moving the ball around a little bit more. They're taking time off the clock. Underneath Miller. Oh, ooh, really late call. I mean, I think it's the right call, but really late.
I think that was one of those, if the ball goes in, he's probably not calling the foul, but he realized the bump was enough. He moved the shooter off his position.
Ooh, Owen Perry with his first. Now Mora at 5, and it will be Miller at the line for 2. First one's good.
Miller only has 7 points, but his defense tonight on Brady has been spectacular and probably is the key to the whole game at this point.
Both of them are good from Miller. And we'll get a timeout called by Spectrum. It'll be a full timeout, so while they take one, we'll take one as well. Be back after word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK.
Free college is possible at Pine Technical and Community College. Students of all ages may be eligible for a tuition and fee-free pathway to education thanks to the new North Star Promise Scholarship. If you're a resident of Minnesota and have a family-adjusted gross income of $80,000 or less, apply online today for free and join us in high-demand programs such as nursing, gunsmithing, machining, automated systems, cybersecurity, early childhood education, liberal arts, and more. Whether you're starting out or starting over, learn more at pine.edu.
Back here on Nice 95.5 KBEK. This has been a tough one for Mora. There's still plenty of time here, Chris. There's no need to get into panic mode right now. There's still time, but again, time is starting to become a factor, and they've got to get their offense possession. They've got to score every one now, unfortunately.
Yeah, they really do have to score every one. They've got the seniors to do it. They've got the shooting to do it. And they have the defensive aggressiveness to be able to do it as well. So this can be a comeback for Mora, but like you said, they do need to get hoops every time.
Brady aggressive inside. Shot is good, plus the and one. Certainly feeling it after that one. And he'll get this one on AB, his second, and their team's 5th.
And that's one of the few times tonight that Brady's been able to get all the way to the basket. And he drew contact and made the basket.
Joel Palmieri check in for Spectrum and for Miller. Brady on the free throw, good. So a 3-point play there for Brady. He didn't get the 3, but it's a 3-point play nonetheless. So it makes it 65-50, and that certainly looks a lot better.
Yep. Brady now with 18 points, 9 for 9 from the free throw line, which has been extremely key. He's really done a nice job here in the second half of helping his team come back here.
Spectrum's Braden Nelson, their leading scorer, checks back into the game. AB trying to drive outside, now on the far side there to Williams. Williams back inside to AB, nothing doing there. He'll give it outside to Gostad. Looking back inside to AB, contact, wow. No foul call there, a little bit surprised. Nelson will take it inside. He lost it off his own foot with now under 10 to shoot. Still pretty calm there. Nelson on the far side to Gostad. Trying to go inside, tie ball. And where's this possession arrow pointing? Spectrum's way.
Spectrum ball. There's going to be 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's see if Spectrum's aware of that. They're going to have to get it up here right away.
Yeah. Great job, though, by Brady to tie that one up and not draw a foul once again. And, oh, they do get it off in time. Holy cow.
That is crushing. Catch, 1 dribble, 3 falls.
Hegerness will answer, though, so that's pretty big for Hegerness to answer there with one of his own. But a buzzer beater 3, that just, I mean, that steals your soul.
Yeah, you play great defense for literally 34 and a half seconds, and they chuck up a 3 and it falls.
Well, like I said, when it's going your way, it just sometimes it just all goes your way. Now a great steal by Hegerness, and Brady will bring it up the court. He wanted a 3, he'll give to Oberfeld instead. Oberfeld, top key, Hegerness. That's going to come up short.
Just can't hit the big one when they need it.
That has been so unfortunate because they have had those open looks, and more times than not, they're unable to get it through Hegerness and then through Brady's hands and out of bounds. I can't blame either one of them because that pass is coming at 100 miles an hour, but you wish they could have held on to it.
Yeah, because you know in order to come back here to finish this, they need every break they can get.
Down by 15, but there's all of a sudden a little bit more life for Mora right now. You just kind of feel like they've got a little bit more energy. Spectrum will inbound here near side to Gostad. Gostad, top of the key to Williams. Williams will hold on to it. He'll get back to Nelson on the far side. Now to Miller. Miller back to Nelson. Nelson, they're going to just, again, be patient, take some time off the clock. Gostad, give inside here to Williams. Up over the defender. No good. Oberfeld with the rebound.
Now, Oberfeld has had a very quiet second half.
Yeah.
I don't think he scored this half. Mora's going to need to get him going here in this final 6 minutes.
Brady trying to almost, I don't know if he tripped on the defender's shoe or what, but almost fell, and that would have been bad because that would have been a travel and a turnover, but he did a good job to regain his feet and put that one up and in for 2, 68-55. Slowly but surely, they're starting to make it, but they need more. And this poked out and stolen away by Oberfeld. So
Okay,
Oberfeld,
a 3 here cuts the lead to 10. This is a huge possession right now. Really could rattle Spectrum with a big shot.
Now, they don't, in your opinion, it doesn't have to be 3.
It does not have to be, but
yes.
There it is. Hagerness for 3, got it to 10.
Come on now, Mora, let's go. Let's complete this comeback. Miller up the court. Hagerness trying to draw the steal, and they get it up. On the far side, now underneath to, that's 35, Williams for Spectrum. Underneath, yeah. Good job at letting him go because would have been a foul, but gotta have better defense.
Yeah, it turned out to be a really easy layup there for Gostad, sorry.
30-second timeout by the Sting, and they want to have a conversation as if to say, whoa.
Yep.
We got to turn things around here quickly because now they've got momentum. And, yeah, for Mora, I mean, you got to – this is the spot now where you got to drill it into your own head. We're still in this. We are still the better team. We are going to win it. Get that confidence back up because that's another thing they've been lacking all game is confidence. We know, we've seen them play. When they're at the top of their game, they're confident, nothing bothers them. I think that's one of the biggest keys here for the last 5:45.
Yeah, you got Brady now has hit a couple shots in a row. You got Hagerness hitting a couple of shots in a row. And they're starting to feel it here a little bit. And Oberfeld now is the next one. They got to get Oberfeld going, got to get him a nice, easy look, and see if they can't continue to claw into this lead. It's 12 right now, 70-58 with 5:45.
Mustangs will bring it forward out of that Spectrum timeout. Gage Brady, give on the far side to Schwarzbauer. Nice spin move inside, too strong though on the layup. And Schwarzbauer gets it. Ooh,
Good work by
job.
Schwartzbauer to stay with it and grab that rebound.
Lynn fakes the three, give to Schwartzbauer for three himself. Oberfeld, that's the play we need from Oberfeld. Draws a foul! Plus he drops it in! All of a sudden, there's life on this Mora sideline.
And props to Oberfeld. He's struggling tonight. He's got 6 points, hasn't scored enough. Stay with it to grab that offensive rebound and put it back strong and draw the foul. That's a huge play right there.
Jordan Williams with his second foul, team's sixth. Oberfeld drops it in. 3-point play there for Oberfeld. And it's 9.
It's 9. Single digits now. Mora's back into the 1-2-2 trap, which has caused problems here.
Yeah. Ooh, almost. Could have been a foul call, but they did a good job to not force that there. And now inside. Oh, off the backboard. Owen Lind gets the steal. Up to Schwartzbauer. It's in for 2!
7-point game, 70 to 63. That happened quickly.
Goodness. Let's go, Mora. Finish it off. Under 5 to go. 70-63. Spectrum has it back. It's Gostad. Give on the near side. Wanted to go into the near side corner, and Benson's wide open. Yep, that's going to hurt. Now 10 again.
Huge shot by Benson, not to be rattled there. But Mora's got to play better defense.
Yep.
He was left wide open for the 3.
That one's going to be blocked and kept alive by Gostad.
That's Benson's 4th 3 of the night. You got to find him.
And that's going to draw a foul on Oberfeld.
They got Schwartzbauer from the push
okay.
from behind. Actually, it was almost an intentional foul. He was beat, and he just completely two-hand shoved him.
So now at the line to shoot 2 is Nelson. And well, he missed once earlier, and Mora desperately needed that one. 2 in, 2 out for the Mustangs. Still a 10-point game, 4:18 to go. Mora has, if there's ever a time to complete it, it's now. They've got everything they need, as that one is good from Nelson, so 1 to 2, but that still can't bother them. They're right in this one with plenty of time, Chris.
Yep, back to 11-point lead again, but you got to score every possession.
Smart thought about 3. So he'll give it to Evenson. That's going to be no good, but that
Good
one bounces
board.
enough for Dawson Smart on the rebound. Give it to Hegerness, lobbing it in to Brady, and Brady drops it in for 2. Needed that. 65 now for the Mustangs, trailing by 9 again. We'll move it up the court. Gostad. Oh, wide open underneath is Nelson, and instead it will be Williams for 2. Still defensively just not able to catch a break, but the offense is alive. Brady, too strong.
Finding the gaps in the Mora trap and getting some easy layups here at this point. But you have to keep that aggression up if you're Mora.
Yeah, they did there, but instead it leads to a Williams open 3. No good. Oberfeld rebound. Got to get back up the court quickly here, and they got to score. Got to score. Here's Hegerness. Good. Needed that. Needed that. 76-68. On now, Mora. Got to keep this momentum now. They got to make stops. Can't leave anyone open. Good movement of the ball here for Spectrum.
There we go.
Hegerness. Fouled. They're going to get the foul.
Foul's going to be on Miller.
And it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Hegerness.
It's going to be a 1-on-1 for Higginess with the score 76-68, a chance to cut it to 6 here. And Hagerness has had a great second half. He's knocked down, I believe, 4 threes this half alone.
This is going to be big. One and one. First one's good. And to get in the same scoring number, I mean, to see that to be 76-70, that's got to be motivation, I got to imagine. I know, obviously, can't worry about the scoreboard right now, but to be in the same point category, I think has got to be motivation.
Yep. You know you're back in the game.
Hagerness. Needed that one. No good.
Huge rebound there
Yeah.
for Spectrum. Williams with a big rebound.
76-69. Good ball movement here. They'll get in the far side corner. Nelson driving. Shoot. Gosted wide open.
Good drive and dish right there. Gosted with another layup.
Dawson Smart, quick trigger three. Nope. Gosted another rebound. 2:30 to go. Defensively, what Mora got to do here? Other than not leave anyone alone like that.
Oh, almost had to give up another layup.
Miller, Benson, three. No good. Brady with the rebound. Got to go quick. Got to be moving this ball.
2 minutes to go, 9-point lead.
Brady, floater,
make that
good.
7 for Brady, 2 for Brady, 7-point game, 2 minutes to go.
78-71. Come on, Mustangs, finish it off. They need this comeback. Let's see them get, because I got to imagine if they were to come back and win this game and move on to Wednesday, it probably helps them to realize, hey, we can come back like that, and then they say to themselves, well, now we got to play better.
Yeah, confidence would be high for sure.
Oh, Benson luckily left. He was guarded well. Nelson driving, side spin move, shot no good. Rebound, Hagerness. All right, got to move quickly now. A minute and a half. Brady up the court to Oberfeld. Nope, short. And that can't happen.
Another big rebound there from Gosted.
Oh, Oberfeld. Luckily he didn't.
Looks like Mora's trying to foul and they're not getting it.
Yeah, there they did. Brady. Well, I will say this. I'm going to say Oberfeld is lucky he didn't get another foul. He was pushing and shoving the defender down there, and he's lucky he didn't get another one. I know it's frustrating, but now it's going to be Jordan Williams at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Still time. Still time. I think that's what we got to understand. There's a minute 11, but there's still time. It's a 7-point difference.
Yeah, the way, again, like we've said before, the way that Mora can shoot the ball and the way that they can pressure, the 7-point lead can disappear in no time.
Yeah. This one's no good. Here we go. Oberfeld with the rebound.
Need something quick here.
Yep, gonna have to move quick. Brady, Hagerness. Oh, man! They just can't buy one right now. Hagerness gonna have to draw the foul. Man, oh man.
That's a tough break for Hagerness.
Yeah.
That was in and out. He's been hot the whole second half.
Man, you just feel so bad for the Mustangs right now. They've got such good looks. They're doing what they need to do to get back in this one, and they just, the shots are just not falling right now. I mean, crazy enough, there's still time.
Yeah.
You still got time if you're Mora. So 1-and-1, but it's good from Nelson. He's been their guy tonight. Still time. This one's no good, and that looked like it was on purpose. Definitely was, in my opinion, as they got that rebound. Yeah, I think that miss was on purpose.
Well, he certainly saw that it was not going in. So as soon as that ball bounced off the rim, he was in there, and he was actually the one able to tap it out to teammate.
How Mustangs get it back. Oberfeld along two, and 80-73. I think we got a Mustang timeout.
Mustang timeout.
Okay. So 80-73. 38 seconds to go.
You need a steal right off the bat. A quick basket or a quick three right off the bat if you've got any chance.
Well, this has been, no matter how this one plays out for Mora, this has been a slow start to the second half, but as it's gone along, they've done a good job of making the comeback, but you just feel so bad because they've done lately offensively what they need to do to get the scores to try and close this gap. They just really couldn't buy a shot here in the last few minutes.
No, they couldn't.
Which is just so unfortunate. I feel so bad because, man, they have done everything seemingly right here in this one, and just I haven't been able to get them to fall, and you feel for them. You really feel for them here in this one.
Yeah, I was just looking at Mora's schedule this year and looking at their scores. They only gave up 80 points one time this year, and that was the Legacy Christian. And so for Spectrum, Spectrum had a hot night when they put up 80 on Mora because only one other team this season was able to do that.
So 80-73.
Yeah, they're being held on the inbound there.
This is going to be the 10th. It'll be 2 now. It's the 3rd on Josh Hegerness. So now Spectrum with the double bonus, and it's going to be Nelson, and he's been pretty darn good. So not automatic by any stretch of the imagination, but yep, that one's good. I was going to say, you could at least count on him for one of the two. 81-73. Not over yet. Keep your heads up, Mustangs. Not over yet. This one, good as well. So that dampens things a bit, but still a chance. Just got to move quick. Ray's going to have to get up and shoot the 3. Well, or 2. A little bit of a stiff arm there and no good. And they need a foul here on Schwartz. This one, no good. This one, no good. 1 of 2 there for him. Rebounded by Hegerness. Oberfeld. Oh my. Probably. Oberfeld. Oh my. Probably could have been a foul there.
Could have been a foul.
Instead,
defender Oberfeld kind of went into him on that, trying to draw the foul.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, Spectrum's got 83 points. That's the season high that Mora's given up this year.
Right.
So Spectrum can certainly score the basketball.
Right. There is no doubt that they can score. But I don't know if Mora expected this.
No, I don't think they expected the Spectrum to come out and shoot this high of a percentage.
What a tough way for the season to end if you're Mora. The best regular season finish in program history at 25-1. But it comes to an end in the quarterfinals of Section 6 AA against the Spectrum Sting. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll come back, recap this one. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll come back, recap this one. You're listening to basketball here on Nice 95.5.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Back here on Nice 95.5, a tough way to end it if you are the Mora Mustangs. An 84-73 loss here to the Spectrum Sting. Taking a look at some of the stats here for Mora. Leading the way, both Gage Brady and Joshua Hagerness finish with 24. 11 for Noah Oberfeld, 8 for Evenson, and 6 for Cole Schwarzbauer. 10 rebounds for Oberfeld to lead the team. They had 7 steals, 6 in the second half. That's how they got that deficit down to, 5 at one point. But then it was just Spectrum it was just their night.
It was their night. The thing that really stands out to me just looking at the Spectrum line here is they're shooting 10 for 23 on three-pointers. That's hard to beat. They're shooting 43% from the three-point line, and it's hard to overcome that. And then they rebounded the ball. They out-rebounded Mora 44-35, which also gave them some second-chance opportunities, which is what we talked about at halftime. And so just not enough for Mora. You can't fall down by 23 points in the second half, and they were down by 21 in the first half. It just makes it too big of a hole to come out of.
Yeah, unfortunately, a night where, again, for Spectrum, everything just going their way. It was quite impressive to watch, but for Mora, again, late, they were doing everything right. I mean, if this was any other game, they would have blown by Spectrum, and they would have easily scored another 100 points, held them to another 60. But it's just a night where Spectrum was just everything was going for them, and Mora could not. I said it before, but they couldn't buy a shot, unfortunately, and they were setting up right. They had the great execution, just couldn't get them to fall late.
Yeah, like you said, Mora couldn't buy a shot. Mora was 35% from the field, 33% on threes. You know, compare that to 52% for Spectrum, and you get out rebounded by 9 rebounds. Like, that's a recipe that's not going to win many ball games, unfortunately.
And you mentioned it, the two big guys for Spectrum is certainly something that helped, but it was the rebounding that really kind of did Mora in. And again, the physicality too. Spectrum, I think they took that from their first game and said, okay, we know Mora's athletic. We know Mora can play pretty good defense, but it's just not as physical of a team as Mora has had in years past, and they took advantage of that here tonight.
Yeah, the physicality, like I talked about that before the game. I said Mora does not like to play physical, and if Spectrum can play physical with them, it's going to throw Mora off their game. And that's a little bit of what happened here. Just looking at this, Gosted had 14 rebounds, 18 points, 14 rebounds, and that really was key in sparking both big runs for Spectrum.
It really was, and again, when you got two big guys like that, it's not impossible, but it does make things a little bit more difficult for the other team to try and get rebounds. But there were times where Mora did have an opportunity at it, and they just were not able to grab it cleanly. And you could tell it was a little bit of the confidence, a little bit of the doubt. You know, the confidence took a hit, which led to some doubt creeping in. But again, there was still some late life for them in this game, and they just could not complete the comeback. They got as close as 5, but Spectrum got back and said, hey, let's get back here and spread this lead out a little bit more, and they did just that. And unfortunately, we mentioned it before, sometimes a team just has a game like this, and sometimes you play through and wind up winning. Tonight was not that night for Mora, and unfortunately it comes in the playoffs, and you just, again, I can't say much else, but you just hate to see it for the Mustangs in a spot like this.
Yeah, you hate to see it. They're senior-led.
Yeah.
Schwarzbauer, Brady, Hagerness, Oberfeld are the 4 key seniors that get a lot of playing time, and I know they're going to be super disappointed, and the coaches are going to be very disappointed in how this game ended tonight, because they know that this was not their best outing.
It certainly wasn't, and even though this one's going to hurt and it's going to sting and you're going to be saying what if, shoulda, coulda, woulda for a while, and they're not going to be able to look at this one without groaning for a strong while. But when you look back at how well you did on, 1, coming back, getting it down to 5, 2, your execution was there. You set up the plays well. They just couldn't get them to fall. You're going to look back, and you got to have a little bit of pride because there's not many teams in this state, maybe other than Albany, that could have came back when, again, you were down by 21 in the first, down by 23 in the second. There's not many teams that can overcome that as late as Mora did. I think maybe the only one might be Albany. There's not many teams that can do that, though.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, and that's due to their senior leadership. I just look at Gage Brady. He struggled early shooting, but he came back, had a great second half. He ended up going 9 for 9 on free throws. It's like he knew his outside shot was not falling tonight, and huge, Miller for Spectrum deserves huge props. That was some of the best on-ball defense I think I've seen in a long time against a point guard like Brady, who's going to be playing at the next level. And he did an outstanding job, but Brady recognized that, and he did other things. He was 9 for 9 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and he played the whole game. and he tried to put his team on his back in that second half. Yeah, he really did, and Joshua Hagerness, too, deserves some credit because he's one of those seniors you mentioned, but he came away with 8 points here, or 10 points, in the second half, but big threes were the talking point for him because he came up with those threes at the exact point they needed him to, and that's what helped them go on that run. Yeah, Hagerness, again, like you said, huge credit to him. 5 for 9 on threes. He had 6 rebounds along with 6 assists. So he had an incredible all-around game as well. And again, you could just see that sense of, I'm a senior, I don't want this to end. And he laid it all out there on the court tonight. And it is so unfortunate to see this end for Mora, but what a great season it was. Again, not going to look at it that way right now, and maybe for a while, but 25-1 regular season record, best in program history. They finished 26-2 on the season. So what a great story it was for this team. Last year, a little bit of a down year, coming back this year and really making some noise. And unfortunately, it ends a little bit early, but they've got some guys coming up in the ranks here next year, and that JV team was really good this year, and they had a lot of JV guys who could have had some more minutes on varsity if it wasn't for how many seniors this squad had and how many of the other guys were coming off the bench. But we're going to see this team probably right back in a similar spot next year. Yeah, it's going to look a lot different. You're going to see names. You're going to hear names like Dawson Smart, Caleb Evenson, Owen Perry's going to get a lot more playing time. Jude Hoagland potentially could see some minutes next year. You're just going to see some Ronan Mauer's another name. You're just going to see some new blood, new body, and those new bodies and those kids are going to be hungry to get some varsity action next year. They certainly are, and I can't wait to see what they do to come back because they know they're going to look at the senior team and say, hey, thanks for doing what you did last year for us, and now they want to get a little bit of revenge back for their seniors as well. I know as a junior who played some teams, even just during football, and we lost to it, was like, you know what, I want to do it for those seniors to make them proud and say, hey, look what we were able to do. So they'll be certainly looking for some revenge next year, and I can't wait to see what this team is able to do next year with, again, some new names, different look, but I think they're going to come back and be right in this exact spot and be able to go on another nice run during the playoffs. But that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. The final here for the Mustangs on the season, they fall to the Spectrum Sting 84-73. We're going to give a moment to shout out the seniors for the Mora Mustangs. Cole Schwartzbauer, Braden Brombach, Gage Brady, Joshua Hagerness, Noah Oberfeld, and Owen Lind. It was great to see them, where they came from, and some of them were starting since what felt like forever with this team. And some growing pains, some new look for their offense that they maybe weren't used to last year. They did all that to come back this year and have a strong season. So a huge shout out to those seniors for Mora. It was a fun ride to watch. Yeah, certainly they're not going out the way that they want to, but today's loss doesn't erase all the incredible memories that they've made playing basketball together. Those memories will still be there forever, and it also doesn't take away from the incredible season 26-2 that this Mustang team had.
That there are a lot of teams who would do a lot to just get to 20 wins, let alone 26 on a season. So a great year for the Mustangs. Again, it unfortunately ends early. That's going to do it. Thanks so much for tuning in. We want to thank all of you for tuning in. We appreciate your listenership. Again, if you're listening/watching this one on our YouTube, again, it's no video, but the YouTube link is still up there. So we appreciate you, and we want to remind you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching or listening on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. That way you're notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event. Hit that red subscribe button. That way, once we go live, you'll get that pop-up notification. All you have to do is click on it. It will take you right to the live video. So ways you can stay up to date with local sports. We're going to get a little bit of a lull here because, well, we got baseball and softball coming up, but they're practicing indoors, and I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood. There's no wood around here. We got to knock on something, but it looks good to start. It looks good to start in April for now. We look like we could have our earliest start for spring sports in probably 10 years. Again, cross our fingers, hope that Mother Nature wasn't listening, but looks good. So ways you can stay up to date, though. Our morning shows on this very station with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. And then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45 for your local sports update. We'll talk this game, all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus some regional and national sports. Another way you can stay up to date is our websites, both kbk.com, wcmpradio.com. We'll have the links for all the games that we'll be covering that week under the sports tab. Under the broadcast schedule, that's where you can find all the links for the games we'll be covering that week. That is subject to change. You can also find coaches and players' interviews as well as articles from games we've been at as well. Another way you can stay tuned is our social medias, both our Facebook pages, both our Instagrams, plus our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. Again, LOI signings, breaking sports news, coaches retiring, coaches being hired, interviews, articles from games we've been at, the games we'll be at that day, and so much more. So be sure to like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you got to do. I don't know what you got to do to follow us on all our social medias, but do whatever you have to do to make sure you're up to date with all things local sports for us. Again, the final here in this one, Mora falls to the Sting, 84-73. Chris Gable, any final thoughts on, one, the game, and two, the season for the Mustangs?
No, thank you for the opportunity to broadcast with you. I appreciate it. It's been a fun season, and I look forward to watching some more local basketball next year.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, we thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate it. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could make their day. For the final time, the Mustang season comes to an end against the Sting, 84-73. For Chris Gable, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night and a great rest of your weekend.